comes to supporting ships, you can really just look at, depending on what they do, you can either give them pure health or speed if they're a buffer. In the case of a unit like Griff, all I really have him for is he applies a bunch of buffs. So I only really need him to just go first and fast. So that's all he has on him at the moment. I do have some additional hit points so he can take a hit or two. That's the only thing I really care about him. But you will also just want to take a really good look at what their skills do and to see whether you need the rest of the stuff. But in reality, hit points and speed is going to be his baseline. You may want to add a boost set to him, which in this case I have, so that they have an additional turn, which increases the turn of all buffs they apply. You can have other supporting units that are healers. So let's have a quick look at Hermes for an example. And you'll see that I've got a lot of hit points, but I actually have a lot of crit rate as well. So again, we care largely about hit points. We kind of care about defense. We care about crit rate for consistency if we can afford to do so, but I would probably say you're not able to do so early. And we only really care about speed if we need to ensure that the turn order of tuning is important. So in the case of Hermes, I have purely got him on hit points, and that is because his health and all repair is going to be based on his own max HP. When it comes to a unit like Hyan, for an example, I have her also running on repair sets. Now you'll find that repair sets is going to be more efficient than adding pure fortitude. So in this case is if you can get repair sets on, always use them over taking more HP. But generally, if you want to heal, you can add hit points and repair sets. That's your go-to. And if possible, for consistency on something you're farming, you want to get to 100% crit rate, so you always know the heal is going to be the same, but it's not imperative. You only care about hacking and security if you need them to resist and apply, and defense, I would say, is lesser valued for them at all. And then it's going to be fairly stock standard when it comes to debuffers. Now, the most important thing you're going to be probably using early on is going to be something like Yarrow. So let's have a look down at him. Don't know if he has gear on him at the moment. Oh, he does have largely. So what I only really care, you can see he doesn't have much health, doesn't have much attack, doesn't have much defense. He's only going to have hacking on him. And the reason he only has hacking on him is because we use this guy just for the debuffs he applies. And he's going to apply something we call corrosion, which is based off the enemy's max health. So it actually doesn't matter what his attack stat is. So debuffers, have a really good look at what their set is and what it's going to be based off to determine how you want to gear them. In this case, his damage isn't tied to his attack stat, so therefore I only care about hacking. I will then also want a bit of speed to make sure the turn order is appropriate as well. You can, for most, and a general rule is you don't need crit rate and damage. Now, that will change as you progress because different units are going to have different interactions, but generally speaking, that's all you really care about.